Alright everyone, here we are with ticker symbol HOFV, Hall of Fame Resort and Entertainment Company. So before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, to stay tuned on in towards the end of the video because I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys that has ran up $20 since I talked about it and mentioned it last week over at the Patreon on Wednesday. So stay tuned for more information. We're going to talk about the short term and the long term of this stock. So here we are with HOFV stock, and it's pulled downwards. It broke through the supports that we were looking at yesterday, and resistance was a rejection, and we need to look at this carefully, right? So this is the highest point we saw yesterday, 704. This is very important for the bulls to break through. Now, we've been talking about how HOFV is not just speculation and hype. This is looking like an opportunity for reopening, right? Because it has to do with the Hall of Fame of the NFL. They call it like the Disneyland of the Hall of Fame of the NFL. They're doing all these different partnerships. They got some of the hype with the NFTs going on. And there's just a lot of rumor and speculation. But at the end of the day, this is seeming like a reopening play because it's been running since March. Apart from the NFT and all the rumors, I've seen a lot of stocks saying nothing but great things about this one being an opportunity for the reopening because a lot of tourism, people going out, people doing things. This could benefit some way, shape, or form. Now, I'm not sure if it's already priced in or it has more room to run. I think it does. That's why, my thumbnail shows the potential I believe this can go towards, especially if it breaks through $8. But there's been a big rejection there. This got rejected at $7. So we need to watch this. It's getting weaker and weaker, right? When you look at it from those peaks, it's getting weaker and weaker. And the question is, will there be another peak here? And it's going to get like, let's say around $6 or let's just say $5. And it gets weaker and weaker over time, right? So we need to watch this, okay? This movement. Unless this is looking like opportunity because this weakness is because we haven't reopened fully. And once we do, there's going to be some big runs. Who knows? So right now, the first thing we want to keep in mind is that it does have a lot of rumors behind it. And then the NFT, obviously speculation and hype. But long term, months from now, or probably a year from now, the reopening play is one of them, right? It's as stated per se because of the different articles. So here we are. HOFV 50-day moving average. 569, super important. Anything below that is bearish. Anything above that is bullish. So I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware of that. We are in tug of war zone. We're currently sitting at 544 and our support is 518. If that gets broken through at 518, we need to watch this carefully and see if the bulls try to reappear and bring it back up, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. Now, our resistance is up here. It's the highest point before the rejection and falling into bearish territory, and that's right here at 613. The bulls need to break through the 50-day moving average, and they need to break through 613 to reach newer highs and new resistance levels to get deeper into bullish territory and pull further up into the upward movement, right? We want to go ahead and see that for that momentum to continue, and now they have to break through $7.05, or even just $7 in general if you want to round that down. That needs to be broken through for this to continue momentum. But before getting there, the 50-day moving average and right here at 613 to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to click on the like button to let me know you watched this video. It helps out with the YouTube channel and the YouTube algorithm. Lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. And stay tuned towards the end because we have a ticker symbol to talk about. I don't want you guys to overlook it and miss out on it because there's big opportunity moving forward. And we're going to cover everything about it towards the second half of this video. So today's ticker symbol is PDD, Pinduoduo. I definitely recommend every single investor and viewer to check them out. Go to their website to learn more about them. But let's go ahead and see their chart. So here I have their chart pulled up. We're going to look at it when I mentioned it and how I mentioned it. So I mentioned it over at the Patreon, right? I have the post here, And I posted some EV stocks as well because they were getting hit by the chip shortages plus these tensions with China. But Pinduoduo was just getting hit because of these tensions, which I knew and felt the conviction they were going to be temporary. But we always want to have that with a grain of salt because these tensions, quote unquote, can become a reality, right? Of getting delisted or China-based stocks getting pressure, anything like that. Now, I started off the post by saying that if you guys remember last year's tensions with China-based stocks, you would have an idea that all those China-based stocks are still here, right? That was the first thing I wanted to plant in everyone's mind and understand. Now, they're speculative because these tensions could actually hurt the stocks, these quote-unquote tensions. But if it's temporary, this pullback is an opportunity, and that's what I look for. I look for pullbacks that are opportunities. Now, these pullbacks that are actually opportunities, I like to find them at the best moment or at least as close to the best moment. So if you guys want to know what ticker symbols I'm watching and joining over at the Patreon, you can. The link is down below. With us investors and myself, you'll be able to learn more about the market. You're also going to get more opportunities on these different stocks. And at 13 cents a day, right, I have a tier there that's going to get filled up pretty quickly as soon as people start realizing, you know, I know the market's pulling downwards and these opportunities to go ahead and invest more are getting tighter. But if you want to become a maximizing profit and minimizing losses type of investor, you can join me because that is my goal and that's what I look for to go ahead and share with you guys opportunities. Okay, I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware of that. So what is it that I liked about this the most? So this tensions were kind of speculative and it was a temporary pullback in my eyes, but we always got to take it with a grain of salt because we don't know what could happen. So Pinduoduo provides a platform for buyers with value for money merchandise and fun interactive shopping experiences. Pinduoduo offers a social shopping experience that leverages social networks as an effective and efficient tool for buyer acquisition and engagement. So it reminds me of the Pinterest of China. So if you've seen how Pinterest has done and you go look at Pinduoduo and their AI intelligence and what they're doing with the social platform and buyers and so forth, then you can think of it as the Pinterest of China. Now, if you search up the price targets on this one, you'll be impressed. And it's currently sitting at 124. The highest reliable source price target was 230. So I mentioned this on March 24th. That was on Wednesday, right? So I usually do weekly posts, right, on stocks that I'm watching every single week. And throughout the week, if opportunities like this one, because of fear in the markets and the investors are having a lot of fear, right, it makes it seem like an opportunity. I will mention it to the Patreons throughout the week as well. So you guys get a weekly watch list and you're going to get opportunities as fresh as I can get them to you. So the 24th was right here. Okay, I mentioned it that afternoon as it was falling. It was sitting at 124 and some change. And then the 25th, it dipped to 119. And since then, it's been running and it hit a high here of 139. So at this low here, it went up by $20. And from exactly when I mentioned it, it's gone up $15. Okay. Do I think this still has room? Possibly. Now, the market is a little bit, rocky. So you want to be aware that some of these stocks, they can run up real fast and then all of a sudden fall again. But when you think about it, 124, and 119, we haven't seen those numbers since November, and that's when it was running up. So anything close to, $100 to 120 is a steal with the growth of this stock when you think about it long term and the way it's grown and also all the price targets. So any other pullback is just a bigger opportunity, right? You don't want to look at it as a setback, if not an opportunity to position yourself for the next run, right? So when I mentioned it, it seemed like it was going to be temporary, and it certainly did. Now, the stock market overall is kind of rocky, like I said. So you want to be aware of this stuff, but you want to also look at it from the price target. 240, 230 is the highest that I've seen. And if you believe in the company or you understand it, right? Because this is not financial advice. I'm not here to tell you to buy, sell, or hold any positions. And you understand it and you like it, you should be focusing on the price target and anything below that is an opportunity. But for those that actually saw it as a short-term opportunity, that pullback to here, $20 per share, you know, buying 10 shares, that's $200. 20 shares, that's $400 in just a matter of 5 days. That's the way you got to go ahead and see what the opportunity lies with and what is it given to you and what is it that you're trying to receive from it. But I'm always here to try to get you guys into opportunities that are presenting themselves. And honestly, anything below 160 with those price targets seems to me like an opportunity for the long run. And in the short run, exactly when I mentioned it over at the Patreon, was one of the best times to get in on this and ride this wave for as long as it looks like it's going to have strength. And if it gets weak, at the end of the day, as long as you get out before getting back to 124, there was an opportunity there that was a lot more than 13 cents a day, which is what it is to join my main first tier of $4 over at the Patreon. For 13 cents a day, you'll receive weekly watch lists and opportunities like this one and many more that are going to present themselves throughout the week. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.